Hi YouTubers. Okay, today I've got a Briggs Stratton lawnmower. What happens is that it starts and then of course it stalls. Now I've already taken some of the screws off. Just to show you, if you take the cover off, which is just pops out, then you have 1, 2, 3 screws there, and of course then you have the one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, which is and then you take this pull start unit off. As I said, I've taken some of the screws off. It's a bit difficult to do this while you're videoing. That obviously came off there. I've taken that off. So initially I thought maybe it could have been the coil, which is here, but I have a feeling that it's actually the carburetor that's sitting down there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm trying to get that carburetor off and have a look at that and see how that goes. Alright, so to get to that carburetor, you got a bolt down there, and you have another one in the back there. But to get to that, you obviously need to take this cover off. This is for the air filter, and it's got two bolts there. So if you already loosen it a bit, so there's one, here's the other one coming, and that should give you more access to the carburetor. Yeah, there we go. So obviously you can unclip it here. It's like once you unclip it, you have this off, and then we can go back to the carburetor there. Alright, so there was a third bolt there. So that one, and the one down there, if you're taking that off, this guy should come off, and there we go. You just got to be careful that you just take that spring gently. It's a spring. I don't think this is a spring. It's that S that S bend there that needs to come off. So if you move it out like that, and okay, then you can also take that spring gently off. That's okay. Well, maybe this side will be better. There we go. And there is a switch there. Not a switch, sorry. It's a electrical connection. We'll just take that off. So let me just quickly do that. Right, so I just had to pull that cable off there. It goes to the coil, and basically this is the carburetor that I'm going to open now and just give it a good clean, and this should fix my problems hopefully. As you can see, it's like it there. Alright, so let me go and get it cleaned up. Looking at this now again from this way, it could have been a more easier way where you just had the one bolt there and the other bolt is down there, and then you didn't need to take all these other stuff off. But anyway, this is how we learn, I suppose. So I can take that one bolt off, and that will just pull out the carburetor, and then you don't have to take the whole governors, springs and all that sort of. Alright, so what will make my life easier is basically just two bolts, one there and one there, and there's your carburetor. Just be careful that there is an O-ring that comes on this side, which is down there. Don't drop that. But that's the carburetor. That's a little bit more easier. And there's the bracket that basically you only needed to take those two bolts off. But anyway, that's just probably how I learn. Alright, so I've given it a good clean. This care needs to be taken at this guy here. There's also these little things in here, so it's easy to lose them. And then of course you have the cover that comes at the bottom here. But yeah, so it's just these little parts that could be a problem. You could lose it quite quickly without even knowing it. So I'm gonna quickly put it together, and then let's see if it works.